Hello everyone, good morning. This is Magdalena Bacho with your daily guidance as received earlier today in our group morning practice. Today the guidance is about daily practices, daily routines. And before we go into talking about that, I would love to share with you some insights that will support us to understand why on earth are we talking about daily practices? Is it not enough to do? Don't we have enough things on our to-do list? Why should we add daily practices on our list? So let me illustrate this for you. And to do that, allow me to give you two examples of two things that most of you are familiar with. And those two examples is a kitchen scale and a thermometer. So when we try to bake a delicious cake, we need to measure the ingredients, the right amount of the ingredients on the kitchen scale. To make sure that it's the right amount, then we mix the right amounts together and we can create the cake or the food that we love to create in that moment. And we realize that the kitchen scale is useful because the zero on a kitchen scale, it's a true zero. Then everything that we measure, it's a true reflection of the amount that we measure. In the same way with a thermometer, we can fully rely on the temperature that the thermometer indicates because the zero of the thermometer is a true zero. And if the zero of the scale or the zero of the thermometer would not be true zeros, we would not be able to make use of these devices at all. So now allow ourselves to look back to ourselves, and here you're with me. Our mind, body, emotional system, our spirit are far more complicated than a kitchen scale and a thermometer. And more often than not, our centering point, our zero, it's a limiting belief. I'm not good enough. The world is a dangerous place. I don't have what it takes. Or unconscious beliefs that make us please others, or make us feel afraid to make certain decisions, not to be expelled from the tribe. When we look at the world, whatever is going on in our outside world or inner world, through that lens that is centered not on a true zero, but on a limiting belief, everything that we perceive will not be an accurate representation of what is going on. So here the daily practices come into play. And we practice for the sake of practice, and we practice to cleanse away the perceptions that hinder us to see what it is as it is in every moment. And there is a false belief that the daily practices should take a long time and should really be a burden and you should wake up even earlier because of this. So today I'm just going to support you by suggesting 3 daily practices that you can do in less than 3 minutes to support you improve your quality of life and to allow you to start cleansing the lens of perception so you can see whatever is going on around you in a clearer way possible, to be like a more accurate expression and representation of what is really going on. So the first daily practice that I suggest is just allow yourself as you wake up in the morning, as you breathe anyway, be conscious about the 3 breaths that you take. And you don't need to alter that breath. Just breathe in the way you breathe. Just allow yourself to be conscious about it. And allow yourself to imagine that the breath is like a flashlight. And allow yourself to use the breath to see how you are. How is your body? How do you feel in that moment? And then the second practice is just 1 minute to sit in silence with yourself. Everything invited. If you have a lot of thoughts, it's fine. If you have no thoughts, it's fine. Everything as it's arising, it's welcome. So allow yourself to have 1 minute of silence every day upon waking up, just to spend intimate time with yourself, eyes open or closed. Everything that arises and passes, all welcome. And the third practice for the day, allow yourself to have from 1 to 3 things that you're grateful for. You can start with 1 thing that you're grateful for and allow it to be like a small thing. And this is not a small thing, but I would suggest you can even be grateful for the fact that you don't need to worry about the supply of oxygen for that day. It is a wonderful thing to be grateful for. Being grateful allows you to open your heart and being aligned with everything that's going on and being open to the resources that are available to you in every moment. So these are the 3 practices for today. You can start even today with them. Be conscious of 3 breaths that you take in the morning and allow yourself to use that breath to check where you are in that moment. Allow yourself to spend 1 minute in silence with yourself, an intimate meeting with yourself. Everything that it arises is welcome. And allow yourself, the 3rd thing, allow yourself to be grateful for just one thing, if not more, in that moment, and make it a small thing. And this is from me today, and if you love to join our morning practices, you are more than welcome to do so. The links are somewhere above or below. Join us. Lots of love. Have a blessed day. Bye.